Welcome to a small demonstration of MegaPixel video technologies. This will demonstrate why MegaPixel cameras can be a powerful, versatile and comparatively cost-effective method of CCTV and surveillance. Here we have footage from a 16 megapixel camera shot in Zagreb, Croatia. If we set this piece of footage playing, we'll see here we've got people mingling around the tram. People are up at the top there, and as we see, we have a small incident. That train there makes a bit of a jolt forward, or that's what it appears to be. What we'll do is we'll pause the scene. We're going to have a look at that in a bit more detail. What we can do is we can just change this so we've got a quad view, see a little bit more what's going on. What we're going to do is we've got 4 of the same image. This is one camera. And this will be a good demonstration of how we can use one camera to basically replace a number of cameras. What we're going to do is we're going to zoom in on this here. Start the pieces of footage from the beginning. I'm just going to set that playing again. We can see things happening here. We can see the train move. The girl. So this chap here gets involved in the incident as well. So it looks like there's something happened there. What we're going to do as well is I'm going to take this camera here. Again, we're going to zoom in. We might also be interested in other parts of the scene, obviously. So we've got, we can zoom in, get lots of different features, people there, something going up at the top there, all while maintaining our wide view. So we never lose that wide view, which with the PAL camera, you would zoom into here. And of course that's all you would see, you wouldn't know of anything else that's going on in the scene. See a crowd gathering there as well, we might want to know what they're up to, so I'm just going to park that there just a little bit. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to start the piece again. We can also slow down and speed up the footage as well, so if we decide that we want to slow it down, speed it up a little bit, we can do. Okay, we can see here this train. I'm just playing this back about half speed. We can see as that train hits that train, it shunts it. Hits the girl here. So we can see there's an incident there. We can also see here anyone who's involved at this point. So again, we've not lost any of that other footage that we could have lost if we would have zoomed in with a traditional PAL camera. The story around this is quite interesting because what actually happened was the train at the back, the driver either fainted or had a heart attack, and so that's the reason why the train managed to crash. The viewing and recording side of this system. From here we see we've got a scene, this is in a school I believe, and what you can do with this is, this particular camera is a traditional PAL camera. It has been put into one of the 4-port encoders, so the idea of this is you can take 4 traditional PAL cameras, put them straight into the encoder, and you can have that viewed and recorded in the same way as you can the megapixel. We can also do similar sorts of things. We can still zoom into scenes. Clearly this is a PAL camera, so you're very quickly going to lose resolution as you zoom in. But the integration is there, which is great. So if you've got traditional cameras and you've got them all plugged into traditional DVRs, then you can take them, plug them into this system and use them alongside your megapixel as another tool.
This scene does not contain too much in terms of movement, but does allow us to show some of the more interesting features of the megapixel system. We have a 16 megapixel camera installed at a processing plant. As before, we can quad view the picture, we can choose other views, so if you require a bigger view, with smaller views around it, this can also be done. We will use a quad view to show the different views from this one camera. In the top left, we can see the whole scene. In the top right, we can zoom in and check out different parts of the scene, looking for individuals. We can also look for safety tags on valves, as well as read detail on containers and signs. We can bring up another pane, check out other areas, while maintaining the wide shot and the other zoomed in views. If we see an incident on the left of the wide view, we can bring up a new pane and start viewing into that area to have a look. Another great feature is the ability to zoom into areas. and use all of the available light taken in by the camera. If we look at the top of the scene, we can see it's quite dark. As the camera takes in more light than the human eye can see, we can compensate for this and bring out the dark area of the scene. If we zoom into the top area, which is quite a small area compared to the rest of the site, if we want to have a look at the area, we can right click, go to display adjustments, and then we can change the light levels, so we can drop the low light. And although we're overexposing the outside areas, we can see that we can now see into the dark areas, and we can see the girders, the siren, and other things that weren't previously able to see. Looking elsewhere, we can adjust the light more and pick out previously unseen details, and maybe pick out if there are any individuals that are in that area that really shouldn't be. The system can use thermal imaging cameras and incorporate advanced analytical tools to ensure that even with no light and in all weather conditions, your site can be protected from individuals gaining entry. Thermal imaging also allows the detection of invisible gases, meaning leaks can also be detected, and the user can be alerted to the leak before disasters happen. As part of the advanced analytical tools, not only can people, groups of people, and different vehicles be detected, smoke can also be detected, ensuring any fire risks can also be detected earlier, helping protect your site.